Hey guys, welcome back to the shop for another week of SNS. So this week we're going to go ahead and we're going to finish out the rear end project that I was helping Alex with, the Chrysler 9 1/4 rear end. And the last episode we did the machining to make the centering rings and the bar. And then this week we're going to go ahead and get we're going to do the cutting and do the welding and then get that project completely finished out and get it done. In addition to that, I've got some viewer mail that I'm going to share with you as well. I've still got a lot of viewer mail to share with you, and I've been trying to pull a couple of those out every week and share with you the gifts that people have been sending me. Always very appreciative of that. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, we got everything set up. I've got the axle housing, the tubes leveled on the table here. The base of the machine here, the saw, is 2 inches high, so I've got the other end of the tube sitting on 1, 2, 3 blocks. So it's nice and square to the saw, and we're positioned exactly where we want. We're going to cut this end, and we'll flip it around and cut the same amount off the other end. So let's do it. Good until that last little bit right there. Looks like it got off a little bit.
Alright,
But
we'll get that too. Check.
got a nice looking cut there though, see?
Yep, that looks good. And I think with the thickness of that,
Yeah.
be able to put plenty of weld in there to hold all that together.
Yeah. We'll bevel this with the other tube. We'll bevel it back and just fill it in.
It's gonna be pretty. I like the way that saw does compared to those abrasive saws.
You don't have, with that saw, you don't have the heat and you don't have the abrasive waste just flying all over the shop.
Yeah.
I mean, you got metal dust here, but this is
But it
more
doesn't.
contained than abrasive.
You know, abrasive throws it everywhere.
Yeah.
And it gets red hot.
Yes. That you can touch it as soon as you're done. It's not hot at all. So all that you can touch. It's cool. I've got my hand on it.
You couldn't do that with an abrasive saw at all. Not
Hey,
for
look, I
10,
got my
20
hand on
minutes.
it right after we cut it right there.
Yep.
It's good.
Excellent, man.
All right, well, I hope that's what you wanted, man, because it's cut.
It's done. Now we need to bevel it, get it ready for the caps to be welded on.
That's what we got Gabriel though. He can grind it.
Yeah, we're gonna give him some grinding wheels. Let him get after it.
Some of you guys might remember Gabriel. I had him in the shop. Yeah, it's been a few months ago, and we were doing some a little bit of training on some welding. He's been going to welding school. He is Alex's nephew. So Gabriel and his family's been in town this weekend anyway for some family gatherings. So we invited him over today to help us out with the project. So he's been over here, and we put him to work.
He loves it.
Yeah. So we got him beveling the ends right now. He's working on the other side. We'll get those beveled and we'll start getting them tacked in there after that. All right, so we're getting ready to start putting this thing together and start doing our tack welds for our ends right here. All right, we got to set it up on some V-blocks, and we got it clamped to an angle plate here so that we're nice and square to the table. And then Alex, you said these are going to be the flat here.
Yeah,
Are going to be
top.
on the top there, so that'll be level there as well, right?
Right.
Okay. All right. Let's start. We're going to start putting it together. All right, we got our rod all the way through there. We've got the carrier bearing bushings in place, so we're doing one side at a time. That's the advice that I was given on someone that actually builds these, is that they do one side and just use 3 of the spacers, or the bushings, I mean. So these 2, and then of course the one that's in the new end out here. All right, and then we're going to gap it. These are 1/16 filler rods, so I'm just going to push that up, gap it 1/16. We're going to level this flat up right here, start getting this thing tacked off. Nice and snug on the rods right there.
Yeah.
We're doing the same thing, not wanting to darken. I like doing that.
Where you need to go? Just going all the way around it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Put on a piece of brass. Almost went.
There we go. Once I tapped it, it actually started sliding right on through there.
I think a little WD-40 that dirt would slide a little better.
Okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and
Tack the other
we're going to
side.
get that side tacked up now. Oh yeah. Still fitting through there good.
Nice.
All right, we just need to rotate it now. Put some on the bottom. See the puddle?
Yeah. So you're in dead center of that thing.
Yeah, just kind of working each side. This side did good.
Yeah.
Still sliding in there. It's time to go weld it up. I think now we're gonna go set it up in my setup there.
Yep.
So that I can stand here and be able to go all the way around it nice and easy.
Sounds good.
So we're gonna move from here over to the welding area. That's not too bad.
All right, let it rotate down. So he tells you. Keep going. That weld needs to go down. Go down, go down, go down, go down, go down, go down. A little bit.
All right. Let's do that. A little bit more. A little bit. All right, right there.
Shameless plug.
Plug.
I got the Everlast in it.
Oh. Well, they like that.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Oh, they'll love that shit. It's a good one right there. One more.
Yep. One more.
All right.
Go. Go. You go right there. Do that one.
All right. I need to do a pass up each side of that stringer.
instead of a weave. All right, guys, it's the next morning. We've got the one side already welded in right there, and it's doing good. So now we've got this side to finish out, and then once we do, this is going to be finished. So let's get started on it.
Thought it would kind of warp it like we were talking about and get stuck, but
It slides right in there.
yeah, it's fine.
You got it perfectly in line. That puck is trying to come out of there. So I've run 2 passes around with the TIG. I'm going to go back over it with the 7018 now to fill that V completely up. All right, we just got our second weld done, our second side. Not too bad. It's not too bad. I sure wish I could have made it look more pretty, but that's what it is right there. I don't do that pipe welding type position every day. But we ran 4 passes again on this side, just like the other. I did 2 TIG passes. You know, we did a root with a TIG, then I did a filler with the TIG, and then I ran 2 stringer beads with 3/32 7018 to really fill that V in. And then now Alex is popping this guy out right here, and we're just gonna fill this hole. We'll cut a little round disc and just weld it on to fill that gap up right there.
He's got a seal. It's like really stuck to our O-ring.
Yeah, I got an O-ring seal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, see, look, the O-ring stayed in there and everything else broke off.
Yeah. This will be the easiest weld of the whole job right there. Clean that off.
Might be easy enough for me to.
Yep. We'll let you get a little practice if you want.
Yeah.
But we'll find a little piece of round stock and stick it in there and weld that up. We are just about DUN.
Yes, sir.
think? You happy with that? All right, there's our plug we made and welded in the bolt hole. So all of our work that we done on this rear end for Alex is now done. Got it shortened, and then we measured it a minute ago, and we're actually 1/16 away from what we wanted your measurement to be at, which was he wanted it 50 and 5/8 flange to flange length, and we are at 50 and 9/16. So I think we're gonna let that. As I say, it's close enough, man.
Yeah.
Close enough.
You could shim that out, but we ain't going to.
Yeah,
that's what rims. That's what rims are for.
Yep, it's gonna be good enough. Good enough for a rear end. I don't think those things are ever dead nut centered on them old cars, are they? They're usually off a little bit one way or the other.
Yeah, I can't imagine the factory being perfect every time.
Well, anyway, it's been a fun project. I did a better job on this side than I did the other. You know, once I get my groove going, I figure out my setup and how I'm going to weld it. You know, I got a little bit better on this side right here.
Yeah.
So we're just letting her cool down, and the jig worked real good with the bar and the pucks there. This thing, the bar slid right out of that thing.
Yeah, it didn't distort at all like I thought from that much heat. Didn't distort, it just slid right out.
I was worried that these ends were gonna, you know, pull one way or the other once you start running that weld bead around it, but it stayed nice and straight. So it worked out pretty good. 1 1/4 inch bar and the centering plugs.
Yep.
Worked out real good. We're just letting it cool down. The last thing to do is just load it up. Yep, already showed him the plug there.
Cool.
So I take it you don't need the speed sensor there anymore for what you're gonna be doing. But he'll take it and he'll clean this thing all up and put a coat of paint on it, make it look nice. Guys, we're all wrapped up and completed the rear end project for Alex. So we're getting ready to get this thing loaded up on his truck. It's been a pleasure to help you out and get this thing done. And we've been talking about it for months, helping him get this rear end shortened, and I'm really excited to see this project get going and him making some more progress on it. But you know, it takes time and a lot of money to work on hot rods.
Yeah, for sure.
So be sure to check Alex's channel out, The Gas Tap. Give him a subscription, and he's going to slowly be having some more videos on his channel of this 69 Valiant hot rod project. And he's
also Big Red, my '86 Ram, which has a nice V8, makes over 400 horsepower in it. So.
It's a fun truck. He's got the old Dodge Ram, and it's a fun pickup truck. And I'm just real excited to see. You know, he's been building a V8 Magnum 318 or 360 that's going to be going into the Valiant. And it was really cool to help him with this. And this is you don't see too many people work on these type of rear ends. Typically, it's like a Ford. Yeah. So anyway, that's it. There it is.
Really appreciate it, Adam. Great project.
Not a problem, man. I'll be glad to help you again on something else. I'm sure you're going to have some more work that needs to get done, and it's a lot easier to do this kind of stuff when you've got a shop and the proper tools to help get it done. So that's why he come over and got to it. So it is ready to go. And I will note that I was real happy with the way that the fixture worked out. We got our centering bushings in there, and after we welded, the bars slid on both sides well. Did pretty good. So that's a wrap, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you later. All right, so our first viewer gift for this week are these 2 caps that were made by Harry Whitehead from Cape Coral, Florida. And Harry is a retired engineer, and now he is a hobby machinist that tries to keep himself busy in his shop, you know, doing hobby type projects, using all of his machinery that he has acquired now. And back whenever I was doing the new hand wheel for the Dake Arbor press, you know, and I bored it all the way through, and I was mentioning having maybe a cap or something on the outer end. Harry took it upon himself to go ahead and 3D print a couple of these and send them my way. So that's what these are. These are just the caps that I could knock in. I could use one of these and cap the end of that hand wheel. So one of them is a little bit deeper than the other, and I can tell that this one right here, the center of the yay, got a little bit messed up there, but it's still completely usable. But I think we'll just save this one. I'll put it in the display cabinet. and we'll use this one right there and go pop it in the hand wheel. So that'll be nice. We'll probably put some paint on it. I still haven't painted the hand wheel, which I'm planning on doing. So once we paint it up, we'll paint this as well. So thank you, Harry, for that. But let's go over to the hand wheel and let's install this and see how it fits. All right, here's our hand wheel and our plug. Looks like it's going to fit just like it's supposed to. Give it a little tap in there. That looks nice. Whenever I go to paint this, I'll take it back out of there and we'll just paint that as well, and I'll protect it before we bump it back in there. Or just install it. Maybe we'll just install it and just paint the whole thing at once. Maybe we'll do that. But y'all know how much I love painting. That's why it hadn't been done yet. But we will get to it because I want to finish cleaning this thing. I just haven't dedicated the time to do it yet. But we will. We'll get to it. By the way, have y'all? Can you hear the Mr. Cool unit running right behind me here? That thing is whisper quiet, and it's. I've got it set at 76 degrees, and it's been about 95 degrees outside on average, and it keeps the shop nice and cool. That is very nice. Awesome. So what we have here is some gifts from James Long at Boring Research. And in the tube, what we have is what he calls a mag pen, and then we have a drag engraver here, and a couple of his stickers there we can put on the cabinet. So let's pull this out of the tube, and this is something that he developed. Pretty neat little gadget for the shop right here. All right, and so this is a cap, and it's finely detailed, should I say. Got a nice cap there in the end. It's got the BR logo pressed in there, so that's just a cap. So what this is a magnet here, and you can use this to, once this is pushed all the way in, you can pick up chips with this. So you can, he developed it to get down into the vise and the T-slots and hard to reach places that you, it's hard to get in with a vacuum or a brush or places like that. Stick this down in there and be able to pick up your metal chips, and then once you pick them up, you go over to your trash can or wherever and you pull this back, and then it will release the chips. All right, very simple design, but very nicely made. Housing's made out of aluminum, cap's made out of aluminum, and it's got a nice fit. Very cool. We'll go check that out here in just a minute. And then this right here, he was mentioning in one of my videos, I forget which one it was, but anyway, he made this piece right here as well called a drag engraver, and this is something that you would more normally see on, say, a CNC machine, but you can use it in a manual machine as well. But this is just a replaceable carbide tip, and this is a commercially available tip right here. He was mentioning that this is you can get this like from Dremel as well. But this is just a piece that he machined that you can put in a collet, okay, that holds your carbide tip there, and then you can use this in your mill if you want to do some engraving, you know, as he calls drag engraving. So that come in handy if you want to make some marks on a workpiece. So very cool. So thank you, James, for that. That'd be a nice little tool there to have. We'll definitely put your stickers over on the cabinet. And let's go down there to the milling machine and put your little mag pen to the test, okay? We're over on the do-all mill, and it's not really that dirty because I've already cleaned it off before and I pulled my mat off out of the way, but we do have some chips down in there in the T-slot, so let's see what we do here. Yep, picking up some chips there, and then you just pull the handle back to release. Most of the bulk of them are cleaned out. Oh, there we go. There's a bunch of them down in there. See that? And let me We'll just put them on this mat right here. Yep. And he also likes using it down in these vices like this right here. If you've got a bunch of chips down in here, you can get down in there just like this and pick up the chips. Obviously, I'm not getting a lot, but because it's kind of cleaned up there, but you see, you get the picture. If you had a bunch of chips down there, this is really going to pick up quite a bit right there. Here's some more chips. It's a little bit easier to see over on the Monarch. There we go. Another way cool gift that was sent in to me by Kurt Karenko from Montana. And Kurt was out doing some antiquing and run across this Cleveland twist drill index and thought about me and picked it up and wanted me to have it. So he sent it my way. And I just love these old classic drill indexes. They're just beautifully made. They're not made anymore. And I pick them up anytime I run across one. I just absolutely love them. So this one right here is for numbered drills. It is for number 1 through 60 numbered drills. And it's still in great shape. Just beautiful made tools. I just love these things. So Kurt is a longtime fan of the channel, and he says thanks to me, he's now filling up his workshop full of machines, and he just recently bought a big 60 series Monarch lathe. At the time that he had sent this to me, he was just about to pick that up and then put that in his shop, and he's got all kind of machines and milling machines, and wanted to thank me for all the videos and all the knowledge that he has been picking up and everything that he's learned from the videos. So this is one of the things that he wanted to do to say thanks to me. So thank you, Kurt. I love these classic drill indexes. I love collecting them and I love using them. I've got a bunch of them over here that I keep my drills in. I just absolutely love them. So thank you very much. So last viewer gift for this week that I want to share with you. We got a gift in from Matt Cremona. And some of you guys probably know who this is, but if you don't, Matt Cremona has an excellent YouTube channel, and he's well known for his homemade sawmill, and he does woodworking, and he builds all kind of fascinating things out of wood, and well known on YouTube. Very, very cool channel there. So Matt has sent me one of his t-shirts here. There's his logo. Very cool. Thank you very much, Matt. I appreciate that. I always like collecting all of the other YouTube creators' t-shirts. And this is even my size. This is a Gildan 3X. I am down to the 3X now. So we'll have to put that on and check that out. Also got one of his stickers there. So we'll make sure that we get that up there on the cabinet where all the creators' stickers go. And he wrote a nice little letter here as well. Thanks for all the great content, all the great videos, I'm sorry. I started watching a couple years ago while I was building my sawmill. You definitely sparked my interest in machining, and I'm going to try to squeeze a few machines into my shop. See you on the internet, Matt. P.S. I thought you'd like a shirt that fits. Congrats on the weight loss. Thank you very much, Matt. By the way, that's a good time to mention, you know, I haven't mentioned the weight loss in a while, but I have lost over 100 pounds now since this time last year. It's a little bit over a year now. So we're down 100 pounds, and it feels really good to be in some smaller clothes. I still wear some 4X shirts just because I like the loose feel, but I am down into a lot of the 3X shirts. Let me go ahead and put this one on. There we go. There's our 3X shirt. It's fitting nice. And Matt, you got a good looking logo there, man. Looking forward to sporting this one. I like the gray colors too. Looks good, fits good, feels good. So be sure to go over there and check out Matt's channel. He's awesome dude, makes some great content, got some cool videos, all right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video, and we'll see you next week.